Man, you ready? Yeah. Concentrate. Let's concentrate go, y'all. With me. What you say? We do this day by day. Yeah. We live like this cause we got it, y'all. Every day I pray.
Yeah. Did you, when you're working and it's a nice family life balance, did you ever miss the stage or did you?
Oh yeah, of course. Like I would have dreams. Like I dreamed the reunion tour. Like I said, every now and then I would just be like, you know what? Or you would get back then, you know, social media was starting to pop, MySpace, and people would reach out. You know, people would still reach out and trying to get us to do things. And, you know, the girls would be like, no. And then it got to the point where they didn't want to do it no more. And, you know, we all just kind of went on our own little journey. But, you know, it came, you know, I just feel like everything happened the way it was supposed to. Because, you know, the reunion tour, us getting back on that reunion tour and getting on that stage and not missing a beat was just everything. Was worth everything we had went through in between. The not seeing or speaking to each other, me working, you know what I'm saying? It was just worth it all.
So from the time you left to the reunion tour, there was no sort of text message, no Christmas cards, no birthday messages?
We would talk every now and then.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't dead air, you know, but I know I hadn't physically seen Keisha in like 16 years prior to the reunion tour. And Pam and I had started doing shows. We were doing shows maybe about 2 years before the reunion tour came up, which, you know, definitely we wanted Keisha to be a part of, but at the time she wasn't, you know, her kids were a little younger and she was, you know, that was her journey. Yeah. So, but we did get together for the reunion tour.
So how did that come about, you and Pam meeting up and agreeing to go and tour? Because you were working family life. How did?
Oh yeah. Pam had always wanted a solo career. So I guess all that time she had still been pursuing her solo career, and she had got the opportunity to do a show at Wembley, but they wanted other original members. Keisha was unable to do it. She asked me, and at the time I told her, like, you know, sure. I was like, sure, because I'm not even going to sit up here. I support, like, even now, like, I support whatever it is you want to do. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, no, I'm not going to come do a show with you because you're trying to go solo. No, I did get up on the stage. I was like, of course, Pam, if this is going to help you accomplish some of the things you need to accomplish what you're trying to do, I'll do it. But I also, when we did that show, I also realized, like, hey, this was an opportunity to bring us back together. So I did start having those type of conversations, and one show led to another show, to the three of us actually doing a reunion tour.
Wait a minute. She said she has a show in Wembley, England, and you just, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, you're talking about getting your passport ready, leaving the family, and just flying across the country.
It was like we stayed for like a week.
Yeah, you haven't sung for a while. You just say, yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, I haven't sang professionally. I mean, I hadn't been on the stage in a while, but I always sang, you know. So, you know, I was definitely prepared. Me and her would, but that's the magical thing about the three of us. Like, we're such a vibe. Like, it's just like when we get together, it just happens. You know what I'm saying? And it was always like that.
But how was it being on the stage that first time, just the two of you? I mean, did the crowd singing along? Did you feel as if, oh man, this is good, I missed it, or what was it like?
No, I felt good. And I was a little nervous. And Pam, you know, she definitely, because again, I was the shy one in the group. I wasn't always confident with my singing and my performing, and she really kind of like motivated me. And I mean, we got a great response that night, and it was great. Like, I was like, it felt good. I kind of needed that at that moment, because at that time she asked me, my mom had passed, and I was like just really in this like place like where I needed something to light my fire again. So that kind of like, really got me going and motivated about certain things in life again.
I think what year was that when you went to
I want to say maybe 2013, 2014, something like that. Okay. Around there.
Because so around that time, that's when sort of the 90s, they were, the tours were.
There's like a resurgence of 90s.
Yeah. And so did you start seeing that they could, when you came back to the States, that there was an opportunity for, for Total to be.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, we didn't stop until like after the reunion tour. Like Pam and I have been performing, and yeah, there was definitely, and it was even more opportunities after the reunion tour. So
okay, so when the reunion tour comes around, who makes the phone calls to you guys? Is it Puffy on this calling you guys individually, or does your old manager comes and says, "Hey guys, we'll put back the band"?
Well, what we start hearing things like, "Yo, Puff might be trying to put together a reunion tour and stuff like that." And then initially he had his what was his name? James Cruz reached out to us, and I guess just to fill out where everybody was with it, and then we start having the conversations with Puff.
Okay, and Keisha became a little bit at a place where she was like, okay, I might as well, I'm okay to come on board.
Yeah, like definitely, like she definitely was, and they really weren't going to have it any other way. It was like, we want girls, or we're not doing it. So everybody saw the opportunity in that, and we were able to come together and get it done.
How was it like seeing your old best friend after 16 years not seeing each other? What was it like that first time?
We cried, and then it was just like we never missed a beat.
Yeah. It's amazing how people who are really close, when you see after a long time, it's almost as if nothing really happened and stuff. But I guess it's different because when you have families and you don't always live on the same street or anything like that.
Right.
What was the rehearsal part like? Because I've seen the tour was massive, going everywhere. Did you have lots of weeks and weeks of rehearsing, or?
No, we only had a few days of rehearsal.
2 days?
Yeah, we had maybe a week. We were there for like maybe, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. That whole tour thing, it just, it came together, and it was just like, I used to have premonitions about that tour, like years before, and be like, so I always knew everything was gonna come full circle. So, and I'm glad it did. I'm glad I was here to be a part of it.
After the tour, or even during the tour, did you ever think about coming up and creating new music as the three of you, or was that ever discussed or thought about?
I mean, we discussed it. We discussed it, and it definitely would have been, I think, the right thing to do. But at that time, Pam decided she wanted to go solo. So
okay, and after the tour, did you continue with Total? Was the touring part, or was it just Pam left and then it was just yourself and Keisha, or what?
No, Pam left. We just disbanded altogether. It just, the brand is Kima, Keisha, and Pam. And the one thing I did learn from, and even though, Pam and I were doing the shows, and it wasn't that there wasn't no malice reason for Keisha not being a part of why Keisha wasn't doing some of them shows. The one thing I really have learned to understand is the brand, and the brand is Kima, Keisha, and Pam. And I feel like if that's not what it's going to be, then we should just let it live and let it, where it's at.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, to press the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do have a new interview. Loads to come, but thanks a lot for watching.